That's what some boys.
No, I am not present boys anymore.
This one check you should have some class.
Hey, no, I've done a couple songs, man. I don't know, bro. Rap music, I gave it my all, and I think also based on who you meet in your life as a partner.
Yeah.
Some cherries are not prepared to
wait for the mixtape to pop.
No, they're not prepared to be with you on the way up. They just wanna meet you when you're successful.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh, wait, whoa. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's another episode of Tigs. We are moving Black Cup up. It's myself, my name. It's himself, his name. And we got another very special guest.
Myself,
today.
my name.
Same one. We got Mr. Andrew Hughes on the show.
Okay, yes, sir. Welcome.
And for those of you that's wondering why there's a fourth cup, no, we don't have a ghost lady. It's just an extra one.
We don't have a ghost
guest or whatever.
Ghost host.
Sure.
Oh yeah, right. So, bro, short for coming.
I know.
It's gonna be very organic, unprepared. As you know, we didn't tell you anything before.
No.
Just because we didn't really tell ourselves anything before, and we kind of got questions in the back of our head, and we keep it like that because the show is called Everyday Gents. So we're trying to ask questions that everyday people would ask.
Sure.
Check. So with that being said,
Off the bat.
I'm not gonna go. Let's get into it. But small disclaimer, I'm gonna cut this part out. Anything that you're not comfortable with, we don't mind editing out. It's happened enough times before. We always have ran them out a bit too much. And like you said, just can you not talk about, okay, we're not talking about that. So yeah. So feel free, share, and then if it needs to get cut out, we'll throw it away. But that's not a problem.
No, me, I'm
Easy like
much,
Sunday morning.
I'm easy.
Yeah.
I think, because I'm somebody who's always posting on social media.
About the
so
yeah.
there's a lot that I stay away from. There's people's posts I see, and even though I agree, I won't post because I just feel like some opinions don't need to be heard by everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. So let's start with the comedy side. Comedian, what made you decide I want to get on stage, make people laugh?
Right.
Every colored story starts with that word. Alright.
There's a true story.
Yeah.
I was kissing this girl, right?
Every color story also starts like that too.
No, but I was jamming, I was joining with this girl, and I said to her, I remember we were sitting at Ernstie's, bro. And I said to her, hey, you know what? People were telling me that you must become a comedian, Andrew. And she's like, hey, alright. Tell me a joke. I told her a joke. But she used to like me, so I don't know if she laughed because she found the joke funny or she was just guessing me. But yeah, from there, me and her sat together, bro, and I wrote my first set.
On NC's?
What does...
Oh.
No, at home.
I thought you were parked at NC's.
Yeah, we parked bouncing onto ideas. And,
so she was like a ghostwriter.
She's a yes, no.
She's an executive producer.
Yeah.
She's a Randall from Idols. It's a yes from me, it's a no from me.
Sure.
You understand?
But then that means your whole style, your intro style was subject to her comedic view. If you were only bouncing it off of her.
Yeah, for sure, but I don't know, bro. I just feel like with everything that we're doing in life, you need validation.
Okay.
Sometimes it can come
that's
from
actually
yourself.
a very powerful thing to say.
But, when people can actually look at you and they can see a talent within you,
Yeah.
especially people close to you,
Yeah.
then it makes your job much easier.
Chucky told me I don't need validation. So I told you I was getting back in the music, right? So I said, hey, now Chucky's my number one music idol, right? So I said,
Step
hey,
forward, right?
who
You tell us
better to
also
ask-
because you're out the screen.
Who better to ask
Yeah.
but this? So yeah. I said, except bro, check, I'm gonna send you 1-2 tracks. Just let me know like what you think, because I done these tracks and I never put them out and everything. Then that's all it makes. I also want to do like a listening session. I won't reveal too much, but I want to do a listening session or whatever. It makes it. I'm gonna be honest with you now. You know what Chucky to it? That's why like, hey, alright, give it to me, bro. You're just looking for validation.
You're looking for validation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
by having a
every-
listening session.
But yeah, you said you know your shit's luck or whatever. Just put it out. You just put the songs out, bro.
Bro, I don't think you would record the song if you didn't find those songs like nice songs, you understand?
It's the same with the joke.
It's the same with the joke.
Yeah.
Like Coven always told me that the minute you can think of a joke and you laugh at it yourself, you honestly laugh at it, then it's funny.
Yeah.
So that's your validation. So you gotta be careful for looking for validation from other people.
They say lean in, bro. I'm looking at the camera. You out there and you over here back. It's
I was parking at Kizina, BM.
No, just man and
So yeah, Chuck is very right, bro, because also looking to other people for validation. I always can tell you something's not lacquer when it's lacquer.
Hey, that's the truth, you say.
Gotta be very careful of
lacquer
that.
when it's not lacquer.
That's another thing.
Or they'll tell you something's lacquer, but then they'll tell the other bra, hey,
It's not lacquer.
Tears.
Tears.
yeah.
I don't know what the soul's trying out to say.
Now speaking of things that's not lacquer, bro, that's how Chuni came to a show of yours once. Chuni was wired.
Except, I'll never forget, bruh. I know exactly where this was. I don't know to do that gig.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 gigs before that.
Yeah.
And, hey, bro, there was just a time, when I was moving, very, very untidy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
We've all been there, bro. Don't know.
with the entertainment industry, bro, you've really got to sit down and ask yourself, what impression are you giving people of yourself?
Oh, that is very true.
Yeah, because and you'll think that people can't see. People can check, bro.
Yeah.
People can check. The soul's high, the soul.
Yeah.
The soul's drunk. You understand? So, fortunately, bro, that function that I went to, those people booked me and they bought me a top. But because I was drunk, they never gave me the top. So, and then the weekend after that, I was emceeing a function of those same people's family.
Yeah.
So, I ended up like, I had to make up there. You understand?
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, you know what? Cause you emptied our wedding, so lucky we forgive you.
Yeah.
But I checked, bro. You know what? It's just not worth it. Like images, everything in the sky.
You know, there's an old Benny Maverick. The same audio we're talking about. You know when AK got shot by this club, Benny Maverick club. What's the club there?
It's not a club. It's a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
That old Benny Maverick. So when we were talking, he was managing Dream Team at that time, or Niche Fam, one of the two. I don't know which one. But he told us, he said, you know, when you're performing, as soon as your club perform, don't do this thing of sitting in a club, walking around with the people.
Yeah.
You need to be like that. It's about your image. People need to wanna always know where you at, what you did.
Yeah.
And that's the see till today he still does that. He'll come, he'll find the VIP for maybe 30 minutes and he's out.
And he's kicking it. So you get caught up, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and people when they see you, hey, come let's go have shooters.
Yeah.
Come let's this, come let's that.
I was dodging those last night.
And
They wanna say that they know you, you know?
They know you.
They
But one cherry told me one time that the longer you actually sit with those people, you actually dropping your value.
Yes. 100%.
So you are a product. You like a Nike sneaker, you like a Levi's jean, but you're your own brand.
Yeah.
You're your own brand. And the minute you start sitting with these people, you're gonna get caught up doing the things that these people are doing.
Yes.
Next thing you're gonna be in the flats 3-4 o'clock in the morning looking for beeries.
But then what do you say to the people that will say, look at Andrew now, he made it now, he doesn't know the O's, he doesn't, you act like you don't know us, you don't park with us.
Bro, let me tell you something. I've like the older that I've grown, I've actually found out that it's actually okay for people to actually not smack you. It's fine for people to. So what would you prefer? Would you prefer people saying, "Hey, your captain, he thinks he's fresh," or, "Hey, bro, I parked to the captain. And when he's drunk, he's a cake."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure people say both.
So
About both of us.
So because when people say that you think this, it's just an assumption.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee, and there's people that have sat in your company. Those people that are honest, that'll say, "No, man, I sat with this, so that was a lacko."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But now you're hanging around with him long enough for them to start figuring things out and hearing you complain, having an argument with your girlfriend or what, or you know, then they're checking.
You become more and more like a normal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Excel, let me ask you one question, right? In terms of yourself, do you consider yourself a comedian or a rapper?
What's the difference?
What is the difference, bro?
I feel like first of all,
let's screen these questions. We don't know what
to me, and I'm gonna give you my difference. I'm not an expert or whatever, but I'm gonna give you my difference. For me, I feel like you are a rapper, bro, because a rapper is that can make you laugh anytime on the spot, and I feel like comedians more like they prepare to go do a show, they write one, two.
I think it's the same thing, just with different processes. Like they can park in a car and make us free.
And just make it like Andrew does a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just stand-up comedy, like stand-up comedy. There's always on Facebook making the videos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you plan that. Maybe you'll give us some insight or whatever you do.
There is a bit of pre-planning that comes to it, but I try to keep it very raw.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like, you know, when something's too scripted, it takes the excitement out of it, the creativity out of it.
Yeah.
But with that being said, yeah, bro, I'm from the Cali, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so even with this whole thing of joking, like I was the type of this time I'm in the flats, I'm parking with O's, we compering, we buying beers, we making jokes, we dancing, and that's where it all starts. You understand? Like, bro. In all honesty, I feel like there's so many O's that are even funnier than me in the Cali. But the difference is that they don't have the pluck to go stand up on stage and do that.
Yeah.
What about that? There was a para that they took off the streets and they made him be like more of an MC, but he was also funny, bro.
Who was it?
You know that out there, and then they couldn't clean him up and all that, so he ended up going back being a para.
Where was he? Which streets?
In the Cali around.
Yeah, we know them by location.
I don't want to say.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Not Sean. Sean also had a stint.
Stubers.
Short. Sean had a stint with that. They are trying to create like a beef between Sean and that over there.
Yeah.
I think it's the same Stubbles or Tall Danish.
Yeah,
oh,
Stubbles.
Yeah.
Stubbles is a rapper, bro.
He's a rapper.
Stubbles is a rapper, but I just think, you know, the whole transition to making this thing a career.
Yeah.
That's where it gets difficult. Like, you'll find that you are a good rapper, you're a good writer, but there's things you got to instill, bro. There's principles you got to have to get you to be that professional or else you're just gonna be one of those O's.
So how thick does your skin have to be when you're starting out in the comedy game?
My bro, it's not even only about comedy. Your skin has got to be thick. The minute you find passion in a talent that you have and you wanna do it full time, because people are gonna tell you all sorts of things and there's gonna be more negative than anything.
Yeah.
You know how many O's used to say, hey bro, I say you are a comedian. Bro, what happened? Who told you that you're funny? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got to brush that off. And that's the reason why a lot of O's, like you'll see overseas, when O's sign contracts, the O's move out the wood.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Because the people that are bound to be negative to you is actually your own people, bro.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So the further you are away from them, you're able to focus, you're able to do this, you're able to do that. But sometimes also moving out the wood, when I was move out, then you're no more as creative.
You lose your relevance.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. Especially as an artist, that's why for me, one of the worst genres in music to go into is gangster rap. Because it's
once you stop being a gangster,
once you move out the Cali, bro, then what
you know more gangster.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you gonna talk about?
What
your
you
own
gonna
style
talk
changes.
Yeah, sure.
But I want to ask you this, tell us your first show that you booked. I know you had shows where you were booked by someone. Can you do this? But your show where you said, you know, this is the end of your show. What was the experience like? What was the feeling like?
Yeah.
So my first show I did, bro, was my one-man show. And I don't know if y'all remember that comedy series that used to play this called In Living Color.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my one-man show was titled in Living Colored. And I had those colors in the background.
Same one, yeah.
Yeah. And that show, bro, yeah, I did very well.
How did you know the background of it? Now, how did it come about? Like, what were your thinking process? Like, okay, I want to do the show. You've never done this before.
I've never
did you
done
think
this
you're going to be
before.
successful? Did you think, you know what I mean? What if it flops?
Yeah.
All those things, those colors you got in the background is crown, bro. What if, like, you know?
So I did a simple thing, bro. I checked my calendar and I just chose a date.
Yeah.
I chose a date, I booked a hall.
Now,
All right,
but
okay.
for now,
Wait,
we're back. He's gonna tell you why later, but we're back for now.
I've met a lot of people, bro. I know people get emotional when they're suspended. How could you be so confident about it?
I'll
bro?
fight through all the stages of grief.
Okay, so explain it to me. What happened?
I said, so if you wouldn't know, but everybody knows, even in the show, even this episode, yeah, you see this part right now.
Lean forward, bro. Plus,
He's
bro, you're
asking-
talking about things that people can't see.
I'm tuning with Andrew now.
Oh, you filming an episode or you shooting Andrew? Tell me so I can pause the thing.
Leave it, let it carry on. Right now, he's asking me, "Say, can we cut down on the swearing?" Right. Everybody that knows on the show, I did cut down on the swearing in season 2, but in season 1, I used to swear as bad. So it's just the way I am. It's just the way I talk, especially being an artist and everything. So at Graph, I wired up to this one cherry. Now me and her, we used to tune before, right? Now I was trying to find somebody that's like more on the, you're looking for the throw now, you're not looking for fucking around and all that. So I wired tune with the cherry that time. Long story short, it didn't work out. We didn't do anything. Fast forward, I asked her if she started in this other
But I didn't just ask her if she's tolerating.
So she know, hey, you fucking the soul, yeah.
In the workplace.
What did you do?
Asked her if she's fucking this other bra.
In the workplace.
Check. She drew by the HR and say I'm sexually harassing her, bro. So I was like, alright.
I shouldn't be setting himself up.
So I was like, alright then.
Yeah, you did what another rapper would do. I wouldn't have done.
I wouldn't have even asked.
No, but I asked
Like, except, wait, why do always ask a question
They don't want to answer.
that you don't want the truth to?
No, this is the thing. See that all that you're starting there? That was my, I'm a manager there in that, well, I was a manager there in that company, check. So that was my agent, basically. So now I got this thing here whereby I can't allow this Cherry not to come and see him, but your Cherry's coming to see you. Now this shit is coming one way, and I know what the story was now, but it's coming one way to the soul, and then other was just pulling the face now. I'm looking up, chicken, what kind of, and they chicken, why you not saying anything? Because they thought this was my favorite or something.
The morale's dropping.
You check?
Yeah.
So I had to find out what's the story. Now this all never told me fuck all about this Cherry. But me and this Cherry had spoken about it before, months ago. I used to fight her about this all, and she told me I don't tune this, I don't smoke the all. So this time I asked her, look here, and I said to her, I said, hey there, can I ask you a question? It's a personal question. If you don't want to answer it, no flop at all. I don't really need to know.
Yeah.
But it's important for me to make the next steps forward. So I just want to ask you this there. And I just want to be myself.
But what was happening with you and this girl?
Nothing.
Fuck all, we were just tuning. What I was trying to say is, before
Asking the right questions.
Tuning about
before
what?
explain. No, before explain.
Like, where's the screenshots, bro? I need to But you promised a ring. What are you tuning about? You wrote a song, baby, you summertime fine. What? I want to know it. Because he's saying like it's like she has a friend, but I can see by the look on your face there's more to this, bruh.
Nay. You see here, bro.
Is he actually to that?
Hey, before this is
Would you be my queen?
you came to plug cap now on this episode, yeah.
Lately I've been thinking about
Fuck you.
just check here, we blast, just come clean next year.
I know you wanted to smash. I just never admit.
You want
we
you
all
want
know
to
you wanted
hit
to smash, bro.
You put a hit on the dog. You answered
You said yourself,
except we all except you watch Predator Files.
Luckily, there's always on the show that really know me and they know if I answer the smash, I would have smashed it a long time.
Wow.
100%. There's niggas that know that for a fact. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
before, that's the problem. I used to be that type of person.
Was there feelings, man?
No. I'm just saying this. Before, I used to be the type of person whereby I used to meet up with a sticky, you're on a nine. And I realized a lot of things growing up as I was maturing. There's things like soul ties. There's things like people's spirits that you take those people's spirits. You can say you can be in a top mood, except for a couple of maybe weeks, you never know. You know the wrong cherry that's got negative energy. You start to check after that the things are not vying lacquer for you.
Yeah.
And those things are spiritual things that I didn't understand back then. So I said, you know what, I'm not doing all this no more now. I'm maturing now. I'm coming on a different
Put this on
mindset. So with this cherry, I'm trying to explain to you all that it wasn't like a throwing up, but just me tuning, because I said I'm just gonna check your energy before I make any. So it was like that stages there. We're just talking.
So she was a contestant, Pat.
Yeah, she was like, cause she had one two things. I said, let me tune with her. You know what I
On
mean?
the show.
But she was
Never talk about let me kiss you, let me know, just normal.
Oh, but you reading.
Yeah.
And on the topic of that, bro, I know you're talking about DJs. And how people say, hey, you mustn't be with a DJ. DJs are busy.
Hey,
In the mix. What?
And the comedy came
They
in.
said
not dating in the
What's the story? After you hit one to knock jokes, they're not in your DMs.
Nah, comedians, everyone knows we bosses.
That's why. That's why. What's the Kim Kardashian was
I make it to you. Hey, you chilling like me in front of you. Maybe take a picture of us. In front of you. Photo create.
You chilling? Hey, what you doing with the Soviet? No, you're really joking, baby.
You're joking.
No.
Yeah.
So what you saying? Comedians is busy like that? Ha-ha's in the DMs.
Bro, cherries, girls like comedians, man. They do.
What's that Peterson that was starting Kim Kardashian?
Pete Davidson. Who's
Davidson.
Nixon?
But girls,
but he's not funny.
But girls like the limelight. Rapper, DJ, what they smack the limelight.
People like
I say I don't never do comedy in each one. Rapper points to each one, DJ points to me.
Yeah.
Like the line. Never do comedy. I was trying to get himself out.
Comedians too, bro. Comedians too.
So, but you never started comedy for cherries. You started for
no, I never started comedy for cherries. And you know, on the note that you're talking about, with this whole soul ties thing. You know, bro, I've learned so much. I also used to be the type of old bro that just want to go around jamming cherries. But that thing comes with a lot of energy, bro.
Hey.
Do you know that? Like, for example, maybe there's a girl that you like, you're interested in this girl, but I end up joining with her. Sometimes there can be conflict between me and you now.
Yeah.
So there's enemies in that game, dog. There's enemies in that game. There's girls that sleep with you with an expectation that you're gonna be a boyfriend. You don't become a boyfriend. She ends up hating you. Talk bad about you by people. Hey, this So it's just, for me, bro, it's a lot of unnecessary admin.
Also, bro, I feel like there's a lot of good cherries in the world, especially in the Kali. There's a lot of good cherries, and what's sad is that they trusting these O's with their hearts. These O's are denying them, and now they
can we change our language also a little bit for takes?
Wait, you see this
I won't
thing?
lie.
Don't highlight the language.
The word "nah" is a
ugly word, bro.
But that's exactly what's happening, bro.
It's like, even if you end up with my sissy, bro, you can't tell me you're not my sissy. Say it's your made love to your sister, I'll understand.
Bro.
No, it's bro, me a family believer all that uses the word "nah." You must write to jail, bro. Like, it's violent. It just doesn't sound right.
Who came up with that word?
Imagine a pali to you, hey, like, you know, now it's 9-year-old lady.
This is what I'm saying.
No. That word is.
No, but this is what this is the point I'm trying to make. The word "nah" is a dirty word because what's happening is a dirty thing.
Not always.
The O's are. Let me clear my sentence,
Sorry.
I started by saying there's good cherries there. You're right, not always, because not all cherries, but there is good cherries, and those cherries are giving themselves. Imagine next year a cherry is giving herself to the soul. Yeah, she loves the soul, right? She really genuinely smarts the soul. But the soul, yeah, he's checking out. She's lacquer. My bras are gonna think I'm moving on a top sticky. Those are all whatever's wrong reasons he's got for wanting to do that. Then he ends up daddering the sticky. I use daddering now, right? He ends up daddering the sticky, and he ends up leaving the sticky. That's the kid's heartbroken or whatever. She meets another O. Same story happens. Same cycle happens. Now you a genuine O. You recognize that
you got good intentions.
You recognize this is a genuine sticky. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But she asks, hey, what's your body count? You know what I mean? She never intended to land up with that body count.
But she got it.
She was really genuinely like, but you clang and I think, you know what, hey,
Lose.
6, 7 hours high. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
On that question, does body count matter, Owen?
It matters, bro.
To both sides, or only matters to
body counts? What you mean?
how many people the person has smashed?
I don't worry about all that, bro.
So when you say it matters, does it matter for the cherry or does it matter for the O too?
It matters to the whole, both society.
So if you come with a high body
count,
count, she got a low body count, and she's obsessed with you because of your high body count, you gonna accept that?
No, I'm saying it should be a question of, are you even gonna accept the first thing that this guy got a body count like that? Klar. In the beginning, before you even progress or anything, before anybody can get any feelings
Yes.
involved. That's what I'm saying, where it should start.
Okay, so what happens if you got feelings and then later you find out the body count? Are you leaving with
Now,
your
what I'm trying
feelings,
to say
backing your
is,
feelings up?
you can't do
behind?
nothing about that. But I'm trying to
Yeah.
say is find out that first. You have to have certain standards.
So
you
it
can't
does
say,
matter.
I don't tolerate tickets that smoke, and then 3 months later you realize the ticket smokes. Bro, you already, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You already. You need to establish beforehand, do you smoke? Okay, that's not one of my standards. All right.
Me, bro, I feel like we've got too much expectation, bro. So, and a lot of girls, you find we were just talking about it day before yesterday, me and one friend. There's a lot of beautiful girls that got crafts, they're genuine stickies, but they're single, bro. They got no outie. Because they've got expectation to the point where they're basically looking for that's not there. You've got to be willing to take something. You can't say I want a rich O. You must meet up with an O who has an intention of being rich, and you work with him and
So
build
there
the
must be
up.
compromise.
There must be compromise, bro.
Yeah.
So where you gonna just meet a rich O?
Yeah.
With a Merc, with a double-story house. You need to meet the guy who's got the brains to get there, and then you work with him and you make him that. And he makes you that too. You understand what I'm saying?
Find someone who's good for you is what you're saying.
You know what I
It's
think?
good for you.
When O's, and this is when O's get rich, right? They want to only associate themselves with things that will continue to make them rich.
Nothing wrong with it.
You know what I mean? So if you not a cherry like Hughes is saying, if you're not a cherry that's also motivating you to make more money, it's gonna drop you quick, bro, because you're not benefiting or adding to him becoming more or maintaining the success that he has. You're just draining, taking money, you want allowance, you want this, you want that. You're not helping the old to become a better version of himself to make more crown.
On that note,
Hey, we're on this note a lot. Notes gonna break.
let me just ask you all this. I want your opinion about it. So if you're dating a girl and you buy her a car and you break up,